My grandfather made me fight my brother until he bled so we could eat. When I told him we were done and bluffed about recording everything, he just laughed and said, "You boys made me millions." I walked away without looking back. That was a decade ago. Yesterday, he watched his house get seized by the feds in total silence. In my family, all the boys had to follow one rule: make your cousin bleed or go hungry for the week. You see, every Saturday, all my male cousins between the ages 10 and 18 would gather in my grandfather's garage. Two boys entered the chalk circle. Only the one who made his opponent bleed got to eat dinner for the next week. They called it building brotherhood through suffering. My grandfather started this tradition after returning from Vietnam. I watched soft American boys die crying for their mothers, he'd tell us, his glass eyes scanning our faces. No grandson of mine will be weak. My uncles enforced the rules with pride. Uncle Paulo kept a photo album of his fight victories, pages of his cousins' bloody faces from the 1980s. So when I turned 10, I spent my birthday standing in the fight garage for the first time, surrounded by cousins nursing old wounds. I tried to tell myself it wouldn't be that bad, that I could just force myself to zone out and pretend it wasn't happening. Boy, was I wrong. Turns out, it wasn't just drawing blood. You fought until blood hit the concrete floor. No medical help until the winner was finished eating their dinner. Winners ate like kings, while losers sat at the same table watching. Brothers fought brothers. Fathers placed bets. First fight's always special, Uncle Vito announced, pushing me toward the circle. My opponent? My cousin Eddie, also 10, also terrified. The men formed a wall around us, chanting, "Blood brings brotherhood," over and over. Eddie and I circled each other, neither of us wanting to throw the first punch. "Hit him!" my father screamed. So I did. I hit him until his nose cracked and red drops splattered the floor. That night I ate chicken and rice while Eddie sat across from me with an empty plate and a towel pressed to his face. The months that followed broke something in all of us. My 12-year-old brother Joey nearly lost his left eye fighting our cousin Frank. Tommy, once the sweetest kid, learned to fight dirty. Fish-hooking eyes and biting chunks from ears. "Gotta eat," he'd say afterward, spitting blood. By my 15th fight, I'd only won 7 times. Not enough to avoid the hollow feeling of hunger, but enough to know the sick satisfaction of watching others go without. I hated who I was becoming, and our community was so small that over half of the teachers at my school were somewhat related to us, so they made sure no questions got asked. I knew if I didn't find an answer soon, then my life would be over, but I wanted the problem to go away by itself, and one day, it did. We were preparing for the spring play when the drama teacher showed us theatrical blood packets, tiny pouches that burst on impact, creating realistic blood effects. That was my light bulb moment. I pocketed a few every day to test out my idea, so by the time Saturday came around, I palmed a packet before entering the chalk circle. When my cousin Sal grabbed me in a headlock, I slapped the packet against my nose until fake blood poured down my face. "Blood on the floor!" Uncle Vito shouted. Sal won. I went hungry, and for the first time, I wasn't mad about it. Instead, I focused on stealing more packets. I taught my younger cousins the technique during bathroom breaks. We developed a system, choreographed moves that looked brutal but caused no damage. A fake stumble here, a packet slap there. For 3 beautiful months, we